Christine, thank you for getting a chance to sit down with Ani and myself. I'm really excited that I get a chance to really meet you face to face. Now, Ani shared with me that he shared with you a little bit about what we specialize in and talked a little bit more about an opportunity. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to actually do is get a chance to really share with you a little bit more about what we do. And I'm going to do that with a brochure presentation. And what it's actually going to do is kind of give you a little bit more insight on what we specialize in, get you a little bit know more about the company, about our opportunity, and how this can actually suit you. But Christine, before I actually go ahead and do that, you might be asking, like, how do you know Ani?
I know him from he was one of my teachers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
back in Lincoln.
Okay, awesome. And you said that you're looking for an opportunity. So what are you currently looking for? Have you had a chance to find any, or?
Yeah, there are some opportunities. I know there's Uber and Lyft, but I just kind of wanted something more flexible that would help me just make more income.
Awesome. So you want to get a chance to make more income and have something that's flexible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to definitely get a chance to kind of share that with you, and I definitely feel you can find value in that. So let's go and get right into it. So the company that we're actually with is known as Premier Financial Alliance. You can see here. And the great thing is that Premier Financial Alliance is essentially a marketing broker. We've been around since 1989. So we've been really in the marketplace for quite some time helping families, but there was something huge in the insurance industry that really shifted the way how we did business. And essentially one of the companies that we're going to talk about is known as National Life Group. So this is one of the carriers that we utilize in our business. But the great thing about what PFA is able to offer is that we do offer different companies as well. But National Life Group is the one that when we talk about an opportunity, it's something that you want to look at. Now, National Life Group's been around since 1848. That means over 160 years old. And what that is able for you to know is that the clients or the people that you serve with this type of concept, they've been around for a really long time. Therefore, your clients can be taken care of for a really long time as well. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. Christine, have you ever heard of life insurance at all by any chance?
I have a little bit.
Okay, cool. Well, let me share with you what National Life Group believes about life insurance. I'm gonna share that with you a little bit more about their crusade and kind of what their mission is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this up here, Christine. And what I really, really like about National Life Group, not only they're a great value company, but you can you can see what their mission is primarily based on this puzzle piece here. Now, they actually have a concept known as life insurance you don't have to die to use.
Okay.
Right. This is a concept where if you die too soon, live too long, or become ill, we can actually be there for your clients or the people in your community. So, Christine, here's what you would be doing. Have you ever met someone who is like a breadwinner for their family or someone who provided the main source of income?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this is why the reason for life insurance is so important is because just in case the client or that person are able to unexpectedly pass away, there would be some form of income left over with the use of life insurance.
Okay.
Right. Now, life insurance is not for everybody. It's primarily utilized for income replacement or for people who have family or have some sort of liability. The other aspect that we help is in case someone gets sick, and this is something that we're really excited about. This is actually what's been changing the marketplace for us. But in case someone gets ill. Now, have you ever met someone who's had a heart attack, stroke, cancer, some form of total disability before?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I mean, not awesome, but tell me, who was that person? Like, who was the person that got sick in your life that you knew?
My mom and then a lot of other family members.
Okay, well, Christine, you might be asking then, what kind of experience did you have when she got sick? Like, I know I'm pretty sure emotionally there were some challenges there, but what did it do for you guys financially?
I think I didn't really see it because I was younger,
Okay.
but I know, talking to my mom now, she was saying that, the payments for chemo were expensive, and now seeing too, I have friends that are sick through Facebook, and they're, they have GoFundMe's, they have different vehicles to people can donate.
Okay.
Because it's burdensome on them.
And that's the biggest thing is because when we don't ever plan on dying, nor do we ever plan on getting sick, but when it does happen, the biggest challenge is that when someone gets sick, their income also gets sick. And imagine that person that I told you that let's say they had a family or so and so that they needed life insurance. What if they don't die and they get sick? Now, if they can't work, they still don't have an income. And this is where becoming ill is a huge problem, and this is why I really appreciate National Life Group really heading the industry when it comes to this type of concept here. But last but not least, Christine, this is also another concept that we solve together is living too long. And this is a primary point of retirement. Now, you look like you're someone who's young, right, Christine? Do you plan on dying anytime soon?
Hopefully not.
Do you plan on getting sick?
I hope not.
Right, but do you plan or would you like to have money for retirement?
Oh, yeah.
And this is actually one of the puzzle pieces that we're going to talk about as well. But here's a cool thing that I learned when I was experiencing this. They asked me, what is living too long? Right, so I'm going to ask you the same thing. What do you think living too long means to you?
I mean, I think obviously everyone wants to live too long, but I guess, just reading off of there, it's more, cost of living.
Exactly, right? So the challenge would be, imagine, Christine, you saved money in a retirement program, whether it's a 401k, IRA, and you save for 20, 30, 40 years, okay? And now you retire. And at your retirement, you speak with your financial advisor, your planner, and they say, wow, Christine, you're going to run out of money in less than 10 years. How would you feel?
I'll be pissed.
And this is actually where we really get the chance to really educate, serve, and help the community by helping solve all three of these issues.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to an opportunity, Christine, what I really love about what National Life Group has to offer is they literally have a full portfolio of products where they can offer term life, whole life, index universal life products, as well as other universal traditional fixed life insurance programs. So they offer multiple ranges of products, okay? But what's really great about when we talk about an opportunity, okay, and this is why it's so important for you, is because this is what's changed in the life insurance industry. I'm going to go ahead and go to this page here, and this is going to help you understand that, right? So Christine, let me ask you, what do you know about life insurance?
Essentially, it's like when someone passes away, their family or beneficiaries get the money when they pass.
Awesome, and that's exactly right on the head about what you have. Family members, the actual beneficiary doesn't receive it, the family does, so you hit it right on the head. The best way I like to explain it, if they don't know, is kind of like auto insurance.
Okay.
Right? Do you currently drive?
I do.
Awesome. So having auto insurance is very important, right? Now you pay these premiums monthly. When does the auto insurance company pay you?
When I get in an accident.
Okay. What about if your car needs maintenance, oil change, tire change, pressure changes, needs some sort of maintenance? Who pays for that?
I do.
Out of pocket, right? Now, what if I told you that there was an auto insurance company? Now, if you ever need maintenance, oil change, tire change, pressure change, the insurance carrier would actually take care of those costs for you.
Oh yeah.
That actually doesn't exist though.
Oh.
Okay, so but it's a great analogy because the life insurance industry was the same way, where you pay premiums, and if God forbid you passed away, your families would be compensated with the amount of life insurance you had. But now, what changed in 2007 was a concept known as life insurance you don't have to die to use, and this is why I feel this would be a great opportunity for us to work together. Is because now if a client ever gets terminally ill, chronically ill, critically ill, or critically injured, meaning if they were to die within 2 years, possibly get a form of disability, right, where they can't do 2 out of the 6 daily activities here, or some sort of critical illness like a heart attack, stroke, or cancer, right, many of these different triggers that you can see here, they now have the free option to accelerate their life insurance benefit while they're alive at no extra cost to them.
Wow.
Do you think that would be a better type of life insurance to have?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right, and this is what I was talking about. So National Life Group came out with this concept in 2007 and have added more riders as time had progressed, but this is the evolution of how life insurance is growing.
Okay.
And so when I ask those 3 questions, Christine, to anyone about business, there's 3 questions I particularly ask. Number 1 is if they like the concept and strategy. Now, you don't have to know it in full details quite yet because you get that in training, but as an introduction, would you say that this is a pretty good product?
Yes.
Great. Question number 2 that I always ask is, can you do this, right? When we look at, someone who wants to get involved in our industry, we want to know what are their capabilities. Can they actually do this? Now, Christine, have you ever referred a good movie before?
Yeah, tons of movies.
Have you ever gotten paid for it?
No, never.
Okay, so what we specialize is, how would you feel about referring this type of product to someone who already has a life insurance product, and all you would have to do is give them something of more value for free?
Oh yeah, I think that'd be easier.
And how would it be great to be compensated for it?
Yeah.
Right, and that's essentially what you have the option for. Now, I'm going to go on the back here, Christine, and I'm going to kind of write down a little bit more for you to kind of give you in content and depth, right?
Okay.
So, Christine, going on the back here, I'm going to share with you real quickly that there's about 300 million people in the United States, right? So a lot of times people ask us, well, then who do we offer this product to? How do we help them? How do we serve them? Right, 200 million of the people in the U.S. Actually already have some sort of life insurance program or have some sort of saving strategy, right? Whether it's an IRA, 401k, whatever the case is, okay? But 98% of those people don't have this blue piece of the puzzle, the living benefits that I had mentioned to you, right? So I showed you the purple, which was the life insurance, and the green was the retirement savings. About already 200 million people have some sort of savings program already, or retirement, or some sort of life insurance program. But 98% of them don't have this blue piece of the pie. So when it comes to business, Christine, let's say, being in business for yourself, would you want to really focus on selling to, let's just say, the 30% of population that has no life insurance, has no savings? You have to convince them and try to tell them why they should pull new money out to create a new benefit. Or would you rather talk to the 70% of the population, which is this 200 million here, who already have life insurance or believe in savings, and all you would typically have to do is give them this blue piece of the pie for free. Do you think that would be a simpler way to do business?
Yeah, I think that would be.
Awesome. And last but not least, Christine, as something that you can do as well, we talk about compensation, right? So let's just say on average, someone saves $250 a month. Now, this $250 a month in the insurance industry, you multiply this by 12, gives us $3,000. Now, let me ask you this, Christine. For putting away $250 a month to have all 4 benefits in one product, do you think that's more beneficial than having to put $250 in each box?
Yeah.
Right. So let's just say that $250 a month, you times that by 12 gives us $3,000 of annual premium. And at an entry-level contract at a 55%, you can be starting off with an extra $1,650. And this would take about maybe 1 to 2 hours, just because you are upgrading and having to do the application and so and so. But Christine, let me ask you, how many hours would it take for you to make an extra $1,650?
A lot of time.
Yeah. Well, give me a number. What do you think?
Anywhere from 30 hours.
Okay. And this is the reason why I'm asking, because this has to make sense. You and I both have the same 24 hours in a day. What's the difference? I definitely believe it's the profit margin, how much value we're giving in a day. So how would you feel if in 2 hours you can save yourself an extra 28 hours to do whatever you want?
Yeah, I'd feel
What
great.
would you do with the extra 28 hours?
Not work so hard.
Right? And these are the types of people we're looking for. Now, Christine, this is not for everybody. But if there's something that you find value in, this is where I would definitely have to have the further conversation. Now, from everything you're looking at, Christine, do you first and foremost feel this is a good product?
Yes, I think it's a great product.
Do you feel it's something that you can literally help people with by upgrading them for free?
I think so.
Okay. And then last but not least, is the money worth your time?
If that's entry level, yeah, it sounds great.
Okay. Well, let me share with you, Christine, what it takes to actually get started. I'm going to write it down here just for you, but literally what you first and foremost need is about time. And I always say about 10 to 15 hours, because you need about 1 or 2 hours a day of self-study and maybe working with a trainer once a week to learn a little bit about the process and how the opportunity works. But after that, it's about a one-time $125. And what this does is actually gets you become a PFA member. And the great thing about becoming a PFA member is that you actually get all the training, all the mentorship to help you grow your business. But when you finish your training program and you're able to sell for for National Life Group through PFA, we reimburse you up to $750. So literally the close to almost $400 to get yourself started, we take care of that with having to help you with your reimbursement after the training program. So Christine, from everything that you're looking for so far, from talking about looking for an opportunity, you said yes, yes, and yes to everything that you're looking at so far, right? If I can scale you from 0 to 10, 0 being, hey, I'm not interested, 10 to say, hey, look, I really like this, let's go ahead and get started, where would you be in that scale?
Probably an 8.
Oh, high five. I think that's way better than a 3, right? and this is one of the biggest things. If someone's lower than a 5 or 6, this means they need a lot more time to think about it. Now, if you're at an 8, I definitely believe everything that you need to get you to that 10 would be found in the training. So is there anything else that I can do? What would help you go from that number 8 to about a 10?
How long would it take me to learn this so I could start selling?
Okay, so Christine, let me ask you then, if I were able to answer that for you, would there be any other questions that would prevent you from getting started today?
I don't think so. Not
Okay.
right now.
Cool. So what would really take, it really depends on how fast you want to go. Now you see Ani here, just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
Like literally you have different positions that you can play. You can
Okay.
actually start off as a referral agent and split the $1,650 while you're learning.
Okay.
Right? And that learning curve is totally based on how fast you want to take it. It could be anywhere from a month, 2 months, 3 months. But are you a hard worker?
I am.
And if I gave you something to study and look over and work with, how fast would you be able to complete it?
Depending on the material.
Well, let's just say it was a 30-day process. Do you think you can finish it faster?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Then I definitely would say anywhere from 30 to 90 days can help you get to where you need to be.
Oh, okay.
You ready to get started?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, cool.